Hello everybody, it's the Lawn Gnome and welcome to your July Funko Pop update for 2016. And this is not just an oversized one, everybody. It is San Diego Comic-Con edition. Oh my goodness, guys, so much awesome news has been disclosed to all of us Funko Pop faithful, including all of the other special things that Funko has to offer, including their home collection, vinyl idols, mystery minis, as well as their other brand new one, which is rock candy. A lot of people are talking about them, and they're really developing a cult following. And of course, let's not forget all of those adorable Dorbs. I may not be collecting any of those lines, but I have to at least give a shout out because Funko is so much more than Funko Pops. But of course, I'm here to talk about Funko Pops. So grab yourself a drink and a snack and get ready for all of the awesome Funko Pop news. But of course, before we get into all of that, let's take a look at how my collection has been going. Now, obviously, because of the fact that it is July, we have to celebrate the boy who lived. So yeah, today we're going to be looking at my Harry Potter Pops. Now, this is a big collection, and I'm not a big collector of all of these Pops because of how many there are. But you all knew that I already had one. Then this happened. Now, I always said that it would have been really cool to have seen a Harry Potter Pop ride, but I wanted to see the flying car with whoever it was going to come with, but did we ever anticipate the Hogwarts Express? I don't think so. And not only that, the fact that there were 3 separate cars that when you do in fact put them together, they create the entire train. And if we push Hermione over to the side, there you go. Little interlocking pegs. You can just pull them on or off. They're right over there. And you just slide them back in, forwards and backwards in order to link up the chains. It's really, really cool. And the train, even though you know my attitude on pop rides, they're really nothing special. I can't deny the details, especially with the engine. You've got the Hogwarts crest right in the center. You've got Hogwarts Express. You have the number written on the front of the train. You even see the bolts that actually put the machine together, as well as the details on the wheels, and the same can be said about the 2 cars that go along with the train. But I wouldn't have got this if it wasn't for the big 3's unique pops. We have Harry, Ron, and Hermione, but a very interesting looking Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Let's take a look at Harry first. We've got him in the big baggy clothes that he got from his cousin Dudley. You see the belt holding the pants up, you can even see the droopiness and the wrinkles of the flannel shirt, and of course, you have the patented tape keeping the glasses together. Then we've got Hermione. I like the fact that she's sort of like looking upwards, like she's saying, "You seriously did not just say that," or "I'm going to bed before either one of you tries to find another way to get us killed or worse, expelled." And I love the fact that she's got her books, and a couple of books actually, just holding them together to prevent them from falling. And of course, she is also dressed in her Hogwarts robes before the train even arrives, but I think it's Ron that really surprises me, and I'm glad that I actually invested in these because I have Ron, Hermione, and Harry together, but Ron is the best one because he's got a chocolate frog in one hand, he's got the box of the chocolate frog in the other hand, he's wearing the clothes that he wore when he met Harry, but I believe that it was Hermione that said it best.
You've got dirt on your nose, by the way. Did you know? Just there.
Ron has dirt on his nose. Ron has dirt on his nose! Funko is amazing! And this is one of the best sets that I have ever seen, especially when it comes to pop rides. There's also rumors that there is going to be a 4th one that is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but as of now, nothing has been leaked, so for now, I have to say that this is definitely money well spent and definitely one of Funko's hottest pop items. The Hogwarts Express is one thing, but this is definitely something that I was really excited to have. Now, I had already shown you guys the Harry Potter Pop that I had gotten. It was the only one that I had at the time, and the only reason why I got it was because it was something that was extremely unique, especially because of the fact that I say when it comes to a big line, I normally see if I can find an exclusive just so I could be a part of it. So I got Harry in its Quidditch robes, which was a Hot Topic pre-release, and now apparently you can find it anywhere. But when they announced that his rival at Hogwarts was going to become a pop as well, and not only just in his Hogwarts robes, but in his Quidditch robes from Hot Topic, Well, I was happy to say that I was going to be getting a second one, and here we are. We have the Quidditch rivals themselves, Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy from Gryffindor and Slytherin House. And I've already gone over the Harry Potter pop. I love the details in the Quidditch uniform, as well as the Gryffindor badge, the fact that he's holding the snitch in one hand, and I also love the details on the broom, especially because of the fact that it says Nimbus 2000 on the handle. But guys, if this one is good, then the same can be said about Draco. First of all, I absolutely love his expression. You can totally see that he's being a real daddy's boy and a prissy rich kid, but I also love the robes. I like the fact that he's just got his hand in a fist, like ready to take on the Quidditch game. The Slytherin robes are great because you've also got a nice emphasis on the Slytherin badge. They got the colors absolutely perfect, and the Nimbus 2001 is just amazing. It's just as good as the Nimbus 2000, but it's got the silvery tip like it does in the film, and it's even got Nimbus 2001 right there on the handle. So, guys, I love these Harry Potter pops, even though I may not have the entire collection, and I'm very satisfied with these as well as the Pop Rides, and I'm very happy to announce, even though I don't have any glam shots yet, Wave 3 has been leaked, as well as another very interesting possible Harry Potter pop ride. But I will definitely let you guys know about those when I get more information. So where to start? Guys, there is too much news. And it's not just con news. There are exclusive to retail news, there is collector's box news, and there is just way too much other craziness that I have to talk to you guys today about. So before I started recording this, I actually started to put everything into a specific order that I feel works nicely, so we can look at everything and make sure that everything gets covered in an orderly fashion. And the one thing that I'm upset about is there's a very good chance that this is not all, especially when it comes to news from San Diego Comic-Con, because we still have another week and a half until the doors open. So, unfortunately, I may not be able to give you guys everything, but for now, here is what I have. And we're going to start off with the Funko Collectors series. Last month, they officially started it with the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmo the Space Dog, and I don't know exactly which retail store it was given to, because this specific series is a hand-picked idea from the company itself. So this month around, we have the second in the series, and it is the Golden Age Batman. The old bat signal on his chest, the awesome pose, the purple gloves, and the black on the outside of the cape and the blue on the inside. It looks like he just popped right out of the comics. This is a very awesome Batman pop, even though I'm getting kind of sick and tired of them. But at the same time, I wonder, would they be seriously considering creating other Golden Age DC heroes? I'd love to see a Golden Age Jay Garrick Flash, a Alan Scott Green Lantern, an old Superman, an old Wonder Woman. The sky is the limit for the Golden Age. So maybe this will be the first in a series of many. And of course, if you're a WWE fan, we do have the brand new wave that is coming out. You'll most likely be able to get it everywhere that pops are sold. And the next thing that we're going to discuss is a TV favorite. I am so glad that this is actually happening. Even though I don't plan on collecting them, it is still really nice to actually see the A-Team coming out in pop form. There are so many people that love them, but I think more people are going to be excited for the Pop Ride, which is the A-Team van featuring an exclusive B.A. Baracus. So enjoy yourselves if you're going to go collect your A-Team Pops. This is a line that I'm so glad that is happening, because we obviously got the Dark Crystal, but now we are getting the Jim Henson classic film, Labyrinth, and I think this is more for the David Bowie fans out there, because when he passed away, unfortunately, we were all saying, where is the Funko Pop Rocks David Bowie? Well, it's Jareth the Goblin King, which is not bad. It's a David Bowie pop, but all of these pops are fantastic, including the oversized one. And I truthfully feel that I will be adding Jareth to my collection for the sake of finally filling that void in my collection of Jim Henson, because I'm a huge Jim Henson fan, as well as getting David Bowie. I think that this was some of the biggest news that Funko offered. All of you have been very patient. All of you who are Power Rangers fans rejoice. The collection is finally completing. If you do in fact have the red, pink, and white Ranger, consider yourselves lucky, because they are super rare. But now you can get the blue, yellow, black, and green Ranger. I think a lot of people were excited for the Green Ranger. I'm really hoping that Funko does re-release the first 3 because people who are going to collect these will most likely want to get the entire set. And why do people have to be deprived of the entire series just because they either didn't collect Funko at the time because these were very early pops or just are Power Rangers fans in general? But if you are a true diehard Power Rangers fan, you might want to snag the Blue Ranger GameStop exclusive. You wonder why it isn't exclusive. It doesn't look shiny or different or anything, but if you look really carefully, it's got the wolf logo in the center of his chest as opposed to the Triceratops. And speaking of exclusives, let's take a look at a Target exclusive. We've got the Angry Snowball from The Secret Life of Pets. We've got a Hot Topic exclusive of My Chemical Romance. We've got the Red Tie Gerard Way. I know that you really can't see it because he's got his arms crossed, but believe me, it is a red tie. And I wanted to get you guys some better glam shots of the Teen Titans Go disguised as DC superheroes. These are Toys R Us exclusives. They will actually be at San Diego Comic-Con, but they will also be showing up in Toys R Us retail. And I'm showing these to you guys once again, besides the fact that they're better glam shots, the series is not done. On the back of the boxes, you will in fact be able to see a Beast Boy and Cyborg dressed up as the Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern, which is rightfully so. I think that it should be that way, so all of you who enjoy the series, like these pops, because I personally think they're very funky, even though I have no intentions of getting them, go out and complete your set. And we've also got some other exclusives. One of them actually happens to be appearing at San Diego Comic-Con, but you can pre-order it on Entertainment Earth's website if you don't plan on going to Comic-Con. There is a very bizarre Target exclusive Batman. It is called, I don't even know what it's called. I've never even heard of this. Put your comments in the box below because this Batman is just tripping me out. And of course we've got 2 Patines. We've got the Entertainment Earth San Diego Comic-Con Aquaman and the Books-A-Million Wonder Woman. I'm not really a fan of these, but I know that a lot of people do like them because they are pretty cool. They look like rusted old statues. So if you want them, go out and get them. But in regards to DC, I think that this is the one that I had no anticipation of seeing, but I'm gonna just eat my words here. Bring on the Batman. It is the 30th anniversary of the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel from Frank Miller. I love that graphic novel. I own it. I love the DC animated 2-part film. PX Previews Exclusives is giving us a Dark Knight Returns line, and I absolutely love this line, especially the Batman in the blue and black cape and cowl, because it features the old Bruce Wayne with the folds in the cloth and the wrinkles on his face, but I'm not going to be getting those. I'm a little bit more excited for the armored Batman. I mean, yeah, there was a DC Legion of Collectors exclusive, the first box actually, with the armored Batman from Batman v Superman, but I got my Batman from that series, but to actually get an armored Batman from the actual line that is based on the graphic novel, that is something that I want, especially because it looks like he's right out of the comic books. I love the gun. You can get him regular or unmasked, and I am totally going to be going after the Carrie Kelly Robin, the Joker, and the Superman as well. I cannot wait to own those 4 in my collection. And of course we've got the brand new item from the DC Legion of Collectors, and that of course is the Enchantress. So if you are a Legion of Collector fan, I'm sure that you are very excited with the fact that this is actually coming out, and it is a very good detailed pop. But we'll get into Suicide Squad pops and me in the next update. And now let's go to Marvel. We've got a couple of exclusives as well as some regulars to the line. There's also going to be a Walgreens exclusive of the Spider-Gwen. This is the Hot Topic exclusive unhooded, but Walgreens also has an unmasked Spider-Gwen, which I just couldn't find a good glam shot for. If I do find one, maybe I'll post it in my next review, but that's what they have. And you can also get another member of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's Daisy, aka Quake. You've also got 2 really cool looking Marvel ones, which I really like. I love suited up Deadpool. It looks like something out of Better Call Saul. Like if you have that pop, just imagine putting that and your Deadpool suited up pop on your desk or wherever you display your pops. That would be pretty hilarious. And I love the new Star-Lord with the Walkman. And of course, we also had the Marvel Collector Core exclusive from last month, and it was Squirrel Girl. Put your comments in the box below because I have no idea who the hell Squirrel Girl is, and for all I know, she's just running off to hang out with Moose Boy. Let's take a look at some other interesting looking pops. We've also got a Walmart exclusive 3-pack from Ghostbusters. I mean, how could you not just be excited about something like this? You got the Keymaster, the Gatekeeper, and Zool. I'm not going to get them, but the Ghostbusters happen to be a very popular pop line, and this just shows you how popular it is when they actually make a 3-pack like this. Now, in regards to Dragon Ball Z, we've got a brand new character from the films. It is Lord Beerus. And the reason why there is a San Diego Comic-Con sticker to your left at the bottom is because of the fact that there is going to be a metallic exclusive featured in the Comic-Con. But as far as I can tell, they are going to be making a regular version of Beerus, and he will be available in retail everywhere. How about this for getting into the game? Best Buy is going to be giving us our very first Best Buy exclusive pop. It is a video game character from Gears of War. I don't really know much about the game, but if you definitely want to get this unmasked character from the game, go right ahead. He'll be exclusive at Best Buy, and if I do get a better glam shot, I will definitely bring it to you. GameStop, however, is going full force with brand new exclusives as well as the game's line in general. They are making this exclusive pop ride for a game that hasn't even come out yet called Song of the Deep. I had actually seen it in a GameStop, and I said to the person who was running the store at the time, "What is that? I've never seen that in my life." And she told me that it was based on Song of the Deep. I've seen the trailer for the game. It looks pretty cool. If anyone plans to play it, let me know when you finally do. But also, if you end up being a fan of this video game, there's a pop ride to go with it. And GameStop is also going to be giving us an exclusive League of Legends line, as well as the fella in the center who is going to be in a special collector's box from GameStop. So, League of Legends fans, I know there's tons of you out there. I'm sure you're all going to love these brand new pops. But in terms of video games, we're going to kick it old school. Mega Man is coming, and I played Mega Man all the time as a kid. I love the fact that they are making this line because it is such a popular classic video game character. I'm not going to invest in the whole set because, quite frankly, I was never really a fan of Proto Man, and I kind of feel that the Rush looks kind of lame, but the Mega Man and the Dr. Wily, sign me up. Those are going to be mine. And GameStop is also going to be giving us 2 exclusives, and this could either be it, or it could go completely overboard, because we have Mega Man infused with some of the Robot Master powers. We have Mega Man with Ice Slasher, and Mega Man with Firestorm, and if you played the original Mega Man, you know that those are the powers of Iceman and Fireman. So, what does this mean? Are we going to get more Mega Mans with different powers? Are we going to see various Mega Mans from the other games? Are we going to see Robot Masters? Because this line, if it sells, has the potential to be one of the biggest lines out there. It's part of the game's line now, but quite frankly, knowing the popularity of Mega Man, it should have been given its own line. And that closes out all of the exclusives and collector boxes that are outside of Comic-Con. But now let's get into the good stuff, the San Diego Comic-Con news. Now, there was a lot of stuff that I'm very excited for, but also pissed off about at the same time, because I have no idea if some of these will actually come to retail, because if you don't remember, last year was the first time that they did this. There were a couple of retail stores that sold exclusive San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, meaning certain exclusives from the con went to these specific stores only in limited batches. So there are going to be a couple of these that I'm really hoping will come to retail. But we're going to start off with a trend. The Conan O'Brien Wave 2. Last year, Conan O'Brien was at San Diego Comic-Con, and they made 4 Conan O'Brien pops, and this year is no different. They are making 4 more. There's going to be a Superman from Batman v Superman Conan, there's going to be a Ghostbusters Conan, a First Order Stormtrooper Conan, and a Suicide Squad Joker Conan. So I think that that's going to be something that a lot of people are excited for, especially if they're going to the con. Another interesting thing that Funko is doing is bringing a lot of interesting Funko exclusives. meaning spastic plastic. When the company was originally incepted, they created these little figurines that you could collect. So they are bringing back some of the old Funko memories by turning some of the spastic plastics into pops, and various versions as well. Now, will there be any more somewhere down the line? Because these are not the only two spastic plastics out there. But what I didn't know was the very first item that Funko ever made was an ad icon of Bob's Big Boy, and he was a bobblehead. So this is also the fourth piece in the ads icon line, which only has 3 characters from the Monster cereals. So the fact that Bob's Big Boy is now officially becoming a Funko exclusive at Comic-Con, I have a feeling that if the people out there who had collected the ad icons are going to want to get their hands on this one. And of course, Funko is going to be giving us a exclusive to their website, brand new Freddy Funko, as well as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Freddy Funko with his Pop Ride. Let's also take a look at some general pops in the world of movies and television. We've got a Burning Walker from The Walking Dead. We've got an FYE exclusive that will be at Comic-Con, which is Captain Kirk in his Survivor suit. We've also got part of the Willy Wonka line, Violet Beauregarde. I anticipated this one to be created. Not too thrilled about the fact that it's going to be an exclusive, especially because of the fact that all the other kids will be available, as well as Grandpa Joe in retail everywhere. I'm hoping that Violet actually does become a regular retail release, because another thing that I found out about San Diego Comic-Con is when they are called limited editions on the boxes, it means that eventually they may become regulars in retail outlets. Also, for the Olympics, we have a Stars and Stripes Snoopy. Don't know why they're doing it, really don't care for it, but Game of Thrones fans, you're probably hating Funko right now because of the fact that they're making a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of Mag the Mighty, and of course he is an oversized pop. Could he end up in retail? Maybe, but for now, this is where you can find him. And these are early releases that will also be in retail everywhere. It is the Powerpuff Girls. Loved the Powerpuff Girls in my teen years, loved the movie, don't love the look of these pops. They're too boxy. I just don't understand why they couldn't make them a little bit sleeker and a little more curvier, meaning circular shape like they are in the cartoon, but you know what, Funko is what Funko is, but I am not going to be adding these to my collection. For the next 2 lines in animation, we're going to take a look at some that will be showing up in regular retail and Comic-Con exclusives. Looney Tunes Duck Dodgers is coming. And I know a lot of people who are excited about the fact that Looney Tunes are actually turning into pops. Maybe we'll finally get some of the classic characters, because I need a Bugs Bunny in my life. But there are also 2 metallic chases of Duck Dodgers and Cadet. And of course, you've also got the regular versions, Marvin the Martian and K-9. But at San Diego Comic-Con, there will be a glow-in-the-dark white or blue of Duck Dodgers. And 80s children, especially all of you 80s ladies, I'm sure you're all excited for Strawberry Shortcake. And yes, they are scented pops, so they will smell. And at Comic-Con, you will be getting an exclusive of the Purple Pie Man, who happens to be the villain of the show. I never watched the show, but I do know who the characters are because I have a lot of friends who grew up with that show. And of course, CEO Brian Mariotta cannot give us Comic-Con exclusives without some Hanna-Barbera characters. With help, it's the Hair Bear bunch, and of course, he's got Skittles versions of Hair Bear, who is the main guy. Not only does he have 3 San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, he's also got a Funko exclusive that you can only get on the Funko website. But he's also got Peter Potamus and his sidekick So-So from the 1960s cartoon. Not really thrilled about the fact that the double pack is only at San Diego Comic-Con. It would be great if it actually came to retail, but even though I'm not interested in it, it is still really awesome to see another classic Hanna-Barbera character join the Funko family. And with games, we've got some San Diego Comic-Con exclusives as well. We've got Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War, 2 versions, a black gun holding Marcus Phoenix as well as a gold gun holding Marcus Phoenix. We've also got a Blizzard Comic-Con exclusive of a crystal cool-looking Murloc, which I think is really cool, as well as a Golden Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's, which only means that the Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop line is coming to retail very soon. We've also got some interesting pop rides. We've got a Toy Tokyo exclusive Batmobile, again, a trippy looking Batmobile with an even trippier looking Batman, but we've also got an exclusive Ecto-1 from the new Ghostbusters movie, which is painted red and also includes an exclusive Slimer. Going back to PAX sets, we've got a Vampire Buffy and Angel exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con, as well as a 3-pack for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And even though I had my thoughts on Scott Pilgrim vs. the World's line, I love this 3-pack. It is Scott Pilgrim, Stephen Stills, and Kim Pine with their instruments. It's the Sex Bomb pack, and I'm hoping that this one is one of those that shows up in retail because I would love to get this specific 3-pack of Scott Pilgrim because I love Scott Pilgrim. I would like it to represent itself in my Funko Pop collection. So if it's this that I can get, I would love to. So let's go into the last bunch of exclusives. We're going to take a look at DC Comics first. DC is going with a White Lantern Firestorm. The White Lantern DC characters are very interesting and very popular, and the fact that they're going with a character like Firestorm is pretty cool. I like the fact that they're using one of these second-rate heroes. And these are Fugitive Toys exclusives. You can get a regular, or you can get a glow-in-the-dark. Now, here are some that I am very happy about the fact that they're making, and I have a feeling that these are going to show up as exclusives in retail. We've got 2 new Batman v Superman ones. We've got the False God statue of Superman and the oversized Doomsday, which I would love to add to my collection. We also have Suicide Squad's Batman. Now, I have the Batman v Superman Batman. It's the exact same pose with the exact same Batarang in the hand, but the only difference is he's wearing an underwater scuba mask. Yes, in the trailer we see Batman going underwater, but we don't know why. So the fact that they're making an exclusive and adding Batman to the Suicide Squad line makes me even more interested about his role in the Suicide Squad movie. We've also got some DC television. We've got Olivia Moore from the popular show iZombie. Lots of fans were upset that this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but they announced that this is the first in the line that is coming, and there is a very good chance that this is a limited edition that will be available in stores at a later date. We've also got Malcolm Merlyn from Arrow, and a 6-inch Gorilla Grodd from The Flash, and that is pretty damn awesome. I love the fact that they're really making a lot more oversized pops, and the details are getting much better, just as the regular-sized pops are. And in regards to linking DC with its movie company Warner Brothers, Harry Potter was inevitable. We all knew that it was coming, but we have some very interesting ones. We have the first in a line of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Chances are it's going to be its own line because the Harry Potter line is extremely popular, so you can get your little Eddie Redmayne, aka Newt Scamander, or you can go with a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 3-pack. I hope this one comes to retail because I am seriously considering adding this to my collection. It's the creatures of Harry Potter. You can get a Cornish Pixie, a Mandrake, and a Grindylow in a 3-pack. I love it. The details look fantastic, and I also love that they all have little mouths because the mouthed Funko Pops are starting to show up a lot more often, and I really, really, really love them. But let's close out with Disney and all of its companies and faces in film and television that it took over. Let's start with Disney first. So we've got some very interesting exclusive pops, which I have a feeling are going to show up in retail very soon. There is a Toy Tokyo exclusive of Doug in the Cone of Shame. I love Doug, and I love this pop, especially because he has the sad face. But we also have a see-through Elliot with Pete from Pete's Dragon, a Pajama Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and probably one of the coolest looking pops, a cursed Captain Barbossa with his monkey. I love the details on this pop. You can see the holes and the rottingness of the corpses, and the fact that he comes with the monkey is just so freaking amazing. And remember those Disney World exclusives, pops, those Haunted Mansion ones? Well, San Diego Comic-Con is bringing them to the con. And not only are they here, they are exclusive glow-in-the-darks. And of course, we can't talk about Disney without talking about one of its biggest acquisitions, Star Wars. Star Wars is having its newest celebration, and it is actually going to be held in Europe this year, so go for them. But of course, they are including a whole bunch of good-looking pops, including Luke and Han with their awards, 2 new bounty hunters, Luke without a hand, and also San Diego Comic-Con is going to be featuring Han Solo with Chewie's crossbow, and one that I think is something that everyone is crossing every crossable part on their bodies, hoping that it is showing up in a retail store somewhere down the line, a thumbs up BB-8. There's also another exclusive, which is the Blue Royal Senate Guard from the prequel trilogy, but I couldn't find a good glam shot for it. When it does come out, I am definitely going to be showing it to you guys, along with all the new Star Wars pops that are on the way very shortly, because I've got a few pieces of leaked information, and there are definitely going to be some that people are very excited for. In Disney's other acquisition, which is Marvel, we've got some other awesome exclusives. We finally know where we can get our hands on Cowboy Deadpool, as well as a white Deadpool, but we also have Green Goblin on his air ski, which I think is really cool, but we also have a Doctor Strange from the brand new movie with a rune in his hand. So Benedict Cumberbatch fans, I know that you are wishing that this one shows up in stores somewhere down the line, and it only means that we will be getting a Doctor Strange line attached to the Marvel line of Funko, so don't worry everybody, I'm sure you will all be able to get your own little Benedict Cumberbatch. But to close this all out, the pop among pops, the one that I have been waiting for, hoping for, is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, goddammit. But I'm hoping that it comes to retail. It is one of my favorite film characters of all time, Indiana Jones. The details on this pop are amazing. I love the whip. I love the fact that he's got the idol in his hands. He's got the 5 o'clock shadow. This is one of the staples of my childhood, living and growing up as an 80s kid. I already have Roger Rabbit, Ferris Bueller, and Marty McFly. I need the 4 pillars of 80s movies. Indiana Jones completes that set. And you see the number there? 199? Guess what? Apparently he's part of the world of Disney. Because obviously it's Lucasfilm, so that means it's the Disney property now, which is crazy, but the line is called Indiana Jones Adventure, which basically means there's most likely going to be other characters. So who are we going to get? I have no idea, but as far as I'm concerned, I must have this pop, because it is Indiana Jones, it is the 80s, it is my childhood, it is awesome movies, and all I can say about this San Diego Comic-Con, as well as all of the news that has been exposed, I am a little upset, but overall amazed. Funko just keeps getting better and better, and it just makes me so excited to see what is coming out every single month in the wonderful world of Funko. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm sure that you are all thrilled with all of this awesome news, and I'm not gonna lie, there's still more news that I haven't given to you guys yet because I am eagerly awaiting some very good glam shots, and I'm looking forward to talking to you guys in my next Funko Pop update, so please put all the comments you want in the box below. I'm always willing to have a discussion with you, and don't forget to check out the Facebook page, Basement Geeks, which has been founded by Tracy over at Tracy's Basement. I'm one of the administrators. If you want to talk about Funko Pops and everything else geeky out there, please let me know. We would love to have you in our little group. So thank you very much for watching. As always, everybody, I am the Lawn Gnome, and I will see you in the next one. Actions speak louder than words.